Imagine you're 22. You have exactly $34 in your checking account and a mountain of student debt. But you don't care, because across from you are the three people you'd take a bullet for. You're all broke, all struggling, and all equal. Now imagine I give you a remote control. With one click, I can add 6 zeros to your bank account. Your life changes instantly. But as you look back at that campfire, you notice something chilling. The people around it don't look at you the same way anymore. In this video, we're going to walk through your life as you climb the financial ladder from $0 to $100 million to see exactly how wealth doesn't just change your lifestyle, it fundamentally rewires every friendship you've ever had. At $0, friendship is a survival mechanism. You are in the trenches together. There's no jealousy because there's nothing to be jealous of. When your friend gets a $1 an hour raise at the local coffee shop, you celebrate because it means maybe they'll cover the next round of drinks. The historical detail: this isn't a modern phenomenon. In ancient Rome, they had a system called amicitia, but for the lower classes, friendship wasn't just about hanging out. It was a literal insurance policy. If your neighbor's grain store burned down, you gave them yours, knowing that next month it might be you. Friendship was your only safety net. At this level, your friends are your family, but the seeds of the divide are already planted. You've worked hard. You've hit 6 figures. Suddenly, the $15 pizza doesn't cut it anymore. You want the $80 steak. This is where the first micro-fractures appear. You start noticing that your friends stop inviting you to certain things, not because they hate you, but because they assume you're too busy or too fancy now. When you offer to pay for the group, you think you're being generous. They feel like you're being patronizing. This is the level where you realize that equality was the glue holding you together. Without it, you have to find something else to talk about, besides how much rent sucks. You've hit the big one. You are a millionaire, but you quickly learn a hard lesson. You can't tell anyone. At $1 million, you enter the silent phase. You realize that if you talk about your new house or your investments, your friends start viewing you as a resource rather than a person. Suddenly, your oldest friend mentions they're struggling with their car payment. There's a long, heavy silence. They aren't asking for money, at least not yet, but the possibility is now in the air. You start filtering your life. You stop posting on social media. You start driving your old car when you visit home just to keep the peace. At $10 million, the filter fails. Everyone knows you're rich. This is where the friendship tax kicks in. You find yourself surrounded by 2 types of people. The resentful, friends who feel like you got lucky and treat every success of yours with a sarcastic, must be nice. The clients, friends who treat you like a venture capital firm. Every dinner conversation turns into a pitch for a startup or a request for a short-term loan. You begin to experience what we call the wealthy paradox. You have the means to go anywhere in the world, but you have no one to go with who can actually afford the ticket. At $100 million, your old circle is gone. You've leveled up so far that you share 0 common reality with the people you grew up with. Your life is now spent with other people at your level. But here's the kicker. These new friends aren't like your old ones. They're strategic. In the world of ultra-high net worth individuals, friendship is often just a transaction. You're friends because your companies can merge, or because you share a private island. The historical detail: look at the Gilded Age magnates like the Vanderbilts. They built massive ballrooms that could only hold the 400, the specific number of people Mrs. Astor deemed worthy of society. Money can buy you a faster car, a bigger house, and a better zip code, but it can't buy you the feeling of sitting around a campfire with people who like you when you have absolutely nothing to offer them. As you build your empire, ask yourself, are you climbing a ladder to a better life, or are you just building a wall between yourself and the people who actually know your name? Because at the end of the day, the view from $100 million is spectacular, but it's a lot colder than that campfire. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit the subscribe button. We're building a community of people who want to understand the real cost of wealth. See you in the next one.